Hello and welcome back to another episode of the Shaman's Horde on Nyxus Gaming. We are taking a break from Fallout New Vegas to rejoin Ty in his journey in Ty the Tasmanian Tiger 2. Now I have spent the past few hours running through the base game of the story to unlock all the areas without collecting a single collectible. That way we can run guides on each of these collectibles individually. Today we're going to start at the top left and collect all 30 Bilbies. So we are starting off here in Bush Rescue Headquarters at probably one of the hardest to get because I can never make this jump. You can see him just below me there. And looks like I made it. First try, you just glide down, grab him there. If you see right over there, you see another one right under the airstrip. That is the next one we are going for. Very simple to get over there. You're going to want to come to this little rocky outcropping right next to the airstrip and just jump across these rocks here and glide your way over one by one. Get to about here. You can glide up to this top part pretty easily. If you can't make it, just go to the lower one, because I'm pretty sure you can just jump up and grab the ledge. And there is our second one. Number 3 might be a little hard to get without collecting one of the picture frames on accident. You're going to want to climb up this observation tower, come around to the back, up this ladder, and you see him standing right there in the middle of 4 of these things. Looks like I did grab one on accident. I'll have to make note of that when I come back and do the picture frames guide video, or just do it in a separate file. But here is number 3. Number 4 is in the main building here itself. You're going to want to come around the back and take the stairs and this ladder all the way up to the roof. Jump on over, and he's going to be standing right behind this thing here. The next 3 are going to be in the Outback Oasis level, which should have showed where this was on the map. There are 3 of them here. The first one is hanging right up there near the beginning. Also, I thought I cleared this area out, but apparently enemies like to respawn in this game. The more you know. To get this Bilby, you're going to want to come through the buzzsaw, use this rock to jump up here, take a little ride around the rail, over to this platform, and then over here. Now you can probably make it from the rail to the Bilby, but I find it easier just to go from the platform, and there you go. For the next one, you're going to need your smasherangs to get into this area to the right of the beginning. Just go ahead and throw them, and you'll pop right through and proceed through the area. This little guy is going to be hanging from the tree up there where these giant frills are. It may be advisable to head back and grab that bunyip that I passed along the way so you can actually kill these things. Otherwise, you're going to need some upgraded rangs, or if you're very careful, just kind of run through them and grab them real quick, as I am. The final Bilby that you can get in the Outback Oasis level is going to be in this cavern section of the map. You can see me zooming in on it in the mini-map here. You can also see him over in the distance there. It just takes a little bit of jumping skills. If you have the Flamerang, you can melt the ice on the way, but I don't think you really need to. You should be able to just jump and walk around it on the platforms. Now that seems a little out of reach. That is because you might want to go and hit that button there on that pillar, because as you can see, it spawns a couple of platforms in between these to get you the rest of the way over. And it makes it easier so you don't have to grab the platform here around the ice. But nonetheless, once you make it over, you will grab your 7th Bilby. Next, we are here in Wobbygon Bay, which you can actually see on the minimap down there. It is on the bottom right of the map. Multiple missions you can do here, but the level itself serves as a sort of hub for these missions. And we have 3 Bilbies to get here. You can see me swimming towards one right now outside of the cart cage here for number 8. Number 9 should actually be just across the water here at the next island. I believe right behind that tree, if I'm going to the right place. I mean, of course I'm going to the right place. I know exactly what I am doing. And there he is. The third and final one. It's going to be underwater. We're going to ignore that silver cog for now. Should be on this side of the boathouse, somewhere in the weeds here. He can be kind of hard to spot though. I lied, he is not in the seaweeds. He is actually just a little bit back in all of this grass here. Still a little hard to see, but, you know, as I said, I know exactly what I am doing. Now we arrive at Frill Neck Forest, a fun little platforming level. Pop up on the location screen right now. I know words. We have 2 Bilbies here. The first one is here at the very beginning. If you turn around when you get out of the tree, you can see him hanging right at the top of these vertical platforms here. Now you can easily jump onto the first one, but you're gonna have to do some weird little turnaround jumps to get up the rest of the way and grab him. The next one is gonna be spaced all the way to the end of the level here. You can see him right across on the same tree as the exit, but you're gonna need your trusty lasherang in order to swing on over to him. And now we arrive at the Wetlands. This first one is going to be near the beginning in the little offshoot with all the frills and the buttons you press in it. You're going to want to come all the way towards the end over here, and you'll find yourself a hollow log with the Bilby just standing in it. Once you get past the part with the explosive boxes and the giant uber frills in it, you're going to find some spider webs here. You're going to want to bust out your fiery flamerang to burn these down and take care of the spiders. Just go ahead and burn your way through all the way into this secret little area. You might have to bite some of them. And you'll find this secret area in the log here. Now, the objective of this area is to use the bunyip and kill the uber frills in the area. But if you want to find the Bilby, it's going to be near the beginning here, behind these webs. You might also want to grab the bunyip because there are a lot of enemies guarding it. Once you make it far enough in the level to where you see this giant buzzsaw here, you're going to want to take a left before going in. Go ahead and burn down these cobwebs. Go ahead and use your smasherang to break open these boxes if you really want the extra opals, but we are more interested in this Bilby standing in a bush here. We are now standing here at Faire Dinkum in the top right of the map here, where we have 4 of these guys to get, the first of which is actually outside. You're gonna have to make your way across this parkour here, starting with this stump. If you have the infrarang or the X-rang, might make it a little bit easier. It also might make it easier if I press the right button. But as you can see, there are invisible platforms and spy eggs that you gotta jump and make your way across. These platforms will collapse if you're on them for too long. Pretty simple. That's Bilby number 16. Let's head inside now, shall we? Inside the level, just when you get into these wooden catwalks here, if you turn and look up to the left, you can kind of see them up on that platform there. I believe the way you get this is to come down here, hit that button, and that spawns a platform right here for you to jump up and grab him with. When you get to the second buzzsaw gate in the level, there's a chromium orb nearby it for reference. You'll want to double back to where you hear the screaming spiders to the left here. And once again, just burn your way through them, through all the webs, and you'll find this guy stuck right here. The next Bilby is here towards the end of the level. If you come over this way, after you hit all the generators, all the buttons, these two will be standing here, and you can see him through the fence, and he seems pretty easy to get to. The game puts this invisible wall here for you. So you're going to have to come through this gate. There's a smashable wall. You'll need the smash ring to find this button, but you'll break it. And once you hit that button, platforms are going to start to move around the area. Conveniently, this one here that you can now jump up, jump across to this one, and glide over the fence to grab the Bilby there. Next on the list is Sulphur Rocks here. This is the map. We are close to the beginning. There's going to be this ledge up here. Right before you're going up the ladder, you're going to have to find this button anyway to drop down the ladder and proceed. But next to the button, you'll find this net. You can climb up. This net, you can climb up, get to the top. There's going to be a 3,000 opal bag here that you might want to grab. But more importantly, you're going to want to glide over the fence here, take out the enemies, and jump up and grab the Bilby. Just a little bit ahead when you're actually going up the ladder, this Bilby is going to be in the next area, right down there, as you can see, and I think the intended way is to jump across those invisible platforms to get to him. But easier, you can just glide down from here and grab him. The invisible platforms come from right across there if you want to try it that way. Shortly after that, you'll find this circular area with this massive land in the middle. It has an uber frill and a chromium orb on it. We aren't interested in that. If you look just below, you'll see him on the platform there. So let's jump down and grab him. And if you thought we were actually going to ignore this platform, you're wrong. We are going to ignore everything on it, but if you run past over to here, you'll see there's yet another Bilby just across. Dodging and weaving through the uber frills ahead of that area, you're going to come to a little river. Very easy. You can jump across the lily pads to get there, or you can even just skip straight to the last lily pad and jump up and grab the last one in Sulphur Rocks. And now we have traveled to the fiery depths of Mount Boom to find two more Bilbies. This first one is in the first area here. You're going to want to work your way all the way up here. You can kind of see him hanging on the wall there. You're going to want to grab your last sharang for this one. And hopefully this is not close enough. I guess you're going to want to work your way over to the opposite side here, just around this ledge, so you can hit this button, and it drops down this ladder for you, which you can then climb up as high. In order to hit these buttons, you're going to want to take the first one. It's going to move this first platform just ever so closer, so you should be able to lash the ring from here and swing your way over to the Bilby. Also, be careful coming down. This next one isn't too far in the level, but it does require you to do quite a bit. You gotta move these platforms around in the first room to where you can get to all three of these and spray the water there. Once you do that, that's gonna open up a room down under the lava here, don't forget you also have to hit the other switch in that first room in order to open this first gate. But once you go through that first gate, you're going to keep on swimming through this big empty room, swim through this gate, and this gate, the blue one, will now be open from hitting the 3 in the first room. As complicated as that sounds, just hit all the switches. Honestly, that's all there is to it. But better yet, you still don't have the Bilby in this room. You have to hit that button behind this fence, which requires you to go buy an upgraded rang from Sly, which is 10,000 opals. You gotta buy the Warper rang. Once you do that. Oh, right, I'm doing it wrong. You gotta do that. Get on over here. Go ahead and hit that. That's gonna open up the red room under the lava there. So once again, you're gonna pop back into your thermal bunyip here. Dive on down. Continue down your tunnel here until you find the red room. Now, I can't remember. It's not that one. That's the green room. The red room is right here. It is now accessible. Go ahead and dodge all the eels on your way through. Head on up to here. And once again, you're going to need to have your Warperang out for a second time. Get through this fence here. And we're going to be climbing up here. The Bilby is going to be on a ladder somewhere here. There he is, hanging on over there. Careful not to stop there like I did. That is a bad move. You need the Warperang or the Lasherang to activate that switch. Continue on over and just drop on down and grab him. Here in the Never Never, our last location for 4 final Bilbies. Near the beginning, you're going to come into this big area with a lot of trees, a lot of wooden platforms, a few Lasherangs, chromium orbs, pretty much everything you can think of is here. There's a couple Uber Frills roaming the area, so be a little careful. You'll just want to take a U-turn and find this Bilby here. And we got 3 more to find. For the 28th one, you're going to find this lava area in the level. Go ahead and grab your thermal bunyip here. And we're looking for a little ledge where he is hanging off. If you don't have the thermal bunyip, the frosty rang is a nice alternative. But here he is right here. Just jump on over and grab him. The Never Never is a very big level. So unsurprisingly, you actually hit a loading zone.
Did it!
You actually hit a loading zone in the middle of the level just before you help Dennis. You're gonna get in your bunyip and escort him past all these dinosaurs. And right after you get out of the bunyip, you're gonna want to look to the left, climb up this vine, go ahead and hop on this rail. Keep an eye on the left side because our Bilby is actually gonna be on a ledge there. Turns out you actually also have to keep an eye on the rail and jump over these branches while you're at it. Imagine that, you gotta multitask. Looks like he is right here on the second ledge past the silver cog. The final Bilby is gonna be just a little bit past where we climbed that vine. Don't worry about that, that's just a thing there. If you look over, he is standing on that ledge right there. And I do believe there is a button somewhere that will change the platforms, make them move. And we should be able to climb up these and get on over to them. I would very much like to avoid the cog if I can. Like that. And this is our final Bilby in the game. That's going to conclude today's episode. We only grabbed 1 picture frame in the midst of all that, so I'm pretty satisfied. Next time, we're going to jump back into the Fallout New Vegas guides, but when we come back to this game, we're just going to continue down the list. Next, we're going to get the spies. Those are the construction workers, 0 of 25. Thank you all for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye!